Good morning to Mr. Hazim Fahmi and my fellow friends. Today, my team are gonna present the use of scalar and vector in agriculture. My team members are me, Ahza Aiman bin Parlan, Alexan Anak Rantai, Ashraf bin Muhammad, and Muhammad Nizam bin Majun.
Application of agriculture. The level of mechanization of agriculture determines the development of agriculture and the development of human society. Undeveloped agriculture depends on hand, tool, farm activity, labor intensive. It takes like team of farmer and field hand to calculate a small area for farm to feed the people. Scalar and vector. A scalar quantity is only a magnitude. A scalar quantity is about a magnitude and direction. Scalar quantities like areas, volume, speed, mass, distance, pressure, temperature, energy, entropy, work, power. Vector quantities: displacement, velocity, acceleration, momentum for forest, lift, drag, pressures, and weight.
Use of vector. The application of vectors in agriculture is to find spatial data related to spatial so that we can know how the agricultural potential of an area can be processed. Vectors are usually included in the work system of the GIS, that is Geographic Information System, which is a computer application that performs sensing to determine the pattern of change that occur. Example of vectors. Vectors may be visualized as direct line segments whose length are their magnitudes. Since only the magnitude and direction of a vector matter, any direct segment may be replaced by one of the same length and direction but beginning at another point, such as the origin of a coordinate system. Vectors are usually indicated by a boldface letter such as V. A vector's magnitude or length is indicated by V or V, which represent a one-dimensional quantity, such as an ordinary number known as a scalar. Multiplying a vector by a scalar changes the vector length but not its direction, except that multiplying by a negative number will reverse the direction of the vector's arrow. For example, multiplying a vector by 1 per 2 will result in a vector half as long in the same direction, while multiplying a vector by -2 will result in a vector twice as long but point in the opposite direction. Two vectors can be add or subtract. For example, to add or subtract vectors v and w. Graphically, see the diagram, move each to the origin and complete the parallelogram. Formed by the two vectors v plus w is then one diagonal vector of parallelogram, and v minus w is the other diagonal vector.
One of the example of the use of vector in agriculture is, for example, is Azrin owns a modern farm far from the town. On a way to the town to deliver the supplies for the store, Azrin need to drive up a hill. Using the triangle construction method, find the resultant vector of two non-parallel vectors. Find a plus b when a equals 6i plus 2j and b equals 6i plus 3j, and the unit vector and the magnitude. First, you need to find a plus b. which you will get the answer is 12i plus 5j. Next, you need to find the magnitude, which you will get the answer is 13 by using the both of the answer. You can use it to find the unique vector, which you will get the answer is 12 per 13i plus 5 per 13j.
Conclusion. In my conclusion, what can I learn from this presentation is a vector that represents both the principle of magnitude and direction. Many of the engineering use vector in work where that they involve the quantity, forces, displacement, velocity and acceleration in their works. That is recognized of vector principle for their analysis. So, vector is really important for us to use it perfectly and is affecting in our life too. And answer. First, is vector important things to learn? Answer. Yes, it is because vector can be used in our daily life. Question number 2. Is vector principle used to engineering? The answer is yes. Many of engineers use vector when do a placement, like they use the magnitude to know where the place that's safe to make a building.
That's all that my team have to present about the use of scalar and vector in agriculture, and thank you for your attention.